focus. You got this. Like, I believe in you 1,000,000,000%, and it's possible. It's 100% possible. You just have to focus. You have to know what it is that you want. You have to work on your strategy. You have to work on yourself. Good morning, YouTube. It's 8 a.m. here in New York, so good morning. But at whatever time you're watching this, good evening, good night, good afternoon. Thank you for coming to watch this video. Here is a video on something that's maybe not talked about often, or maybe it is talked about but no solutions are given to you. Here's a video on reasons why your business is stuck, but on the plus side, how we can actually help you. Alright, so in my experience, I've noticed that businesses, or let's just stick with my business has been stuck for pretty much two reasons, and both of them I've overcome with time. The first one that I see a lot of people also get stuck up on, but this is one that's relevant in any industry, any business. First thing is mindset. A lot of people come into this with the wrong mindset. Now, number two is people who are missing steps, missing actions. They don't know exactly what to take. What is the next step to get to what they want? So we'll be talking about both things. We'll be discussing about few different topics, and just let me know if you like it. You know my thing. I'm here for you. All right. Number one, I want to say that the number one most important thing is up here. It's not a strategy. It's not a tactic. It's not nothing. It's your mindset. Your mindset is the number one thing that's actually going to bring you a result. If everything up here is cloudy and mumble jumbled and not clear, your business is going to be the exact same thing. It's going to be a reflection of what is up here. You know, they say that in business, it's all, or whenever you want to achieve anything, pretty much, it's 80% up here, 20% of the actual steps. The steps are easy. What's hard is conquering the mental battles that you have in order to get yourself to do it, to stay motivated, to when you see that your business is coming down, still be on it, still be grinding. Something I've noticed is that some people, they have enough motivation to get started, start grinding. Maybe they're hitting the retail stores to start scanning products. Maybe they're looking online to start doing things. But all that just hustle with no backing it up, with no focus, you're gonna fizzle out. Other people, maybe they come in and they start doing a few things here and there, but they really want to grow, but they're scared. There's people who are scared of success, and it's a scary thing. They're scared of what's gonna change. What's gonna change when I'm successful? What about, how are people gonna look at me? What is my family gonna say? Is my wife still gonna like me? Or what's gonna happen? Or maybe you're scared of investing huge amounts of money in inventory. Fear is one thing that could be holding you back and keeping you stuck. So now, how do we overcome that fear? Well, first off, it's not just by hiding and wishing it goes away, because we're always going to have fear, but it's about thinking logically. Well, what's going on? What can possibly happen? You have to be able to think things through clearly. So fear was a big one. Fear is a huge one. Here's another one. Maybe you're confused as to what you want. What I mean by this is, sometimes you may want one thing and you think you're working in the right direction, but you're actually confused on what it is that you want. So you have to decide, what is it that you want? I want to have a Lamborghini. You have to decide what it is that you want. What is it? What is the result you want to have? And then everything just gets reverse engineered. If you want to make more money, you have to think, all right, how can I produce more money? If it's via arbitrage, you have to buy more inventory. Now, Okay, now you need to buy more inventory. Now the next thing to break it down is how can you buy more inventory? And then it could be from lead lists, it can be from virtual assistants, it can be from softwares that you buy, it can be from a bunch of things. It can be a bunch of things, but now that you're breaking it down and reverse engineering your goal, you're actually creating a plan. Yeah. So sometimes when you're just writing things down, you just have to start, what is your end goal? And then just start reverse engineering to see how it is that you can get there. Again, this is mindset. This is mindset stuff. This isn't, I'm not telling you a tip on how you're going to get more leads or anything like that. It's just creating a plan as to how you're going to get to where you want to go. Here's another one. Maybe you haven't decided to go all in. I don't know. Maybe you're dabbling here and dabbling a little bit there and trying this out and trying that out. I think in order for you to achieve success in anything that you want to do, you have to go all in. You really have to give it your best effort. You know, you can't just skittle here and a little bit there and a little bit there. You have to really okay, I'm working on this right now. This is what I'm going to focus on. This is it. I'm going to go all in right now. This is how you'll achieve success, because you'll start bringing more of that stuff is coming into your mind. It's easy to focus on one thing, but if you're doing 50 things and you're trying to start 50 things, it's going to take you 50 times longer. Just start one. Start with one thing. I don't care if it's arbitrage or wholesale, private label, whatever it is, just start with one thing. Start with one and then work at it and chip at it and only learn about that, and have your YouTube feed and your Facebook feed only be about that. Go all in. Be obsessed. So that's more of the mindset. Again, you have to have that white heat of desire, like Napoleon Hill said in Think and Grow Rich. You have to be just consumed by the thought of what it is that you want. Every day you gotta wake up and think what it is that you want. So I want to give you guys a few tips for getting your mind right, getting your focus correct on how you can achieve your goal. So first, number one thing, I think you guys have to decide, what is it that you want from this business? Do you want more freedom? Do you want more money? Do you want more time? What is it? You have to decide. Maybe you want all three. Maybe you just want to create a little side income. Maybe you just want an extra $500 a month, or $1,000 a month, or $2,000 a month. Maybe you want to replace your income, but you don't necessarily care about working less hours. Maybe you want complete freedom and only have to work maybe 5 hours a week. Whatever it is, you have to decide, what is it that you want? What is it? It can be anything. It's you. It's what you want. It's not. I can't tell you what you want. I can only try to help you on how to get what you want. So you have to decide, what is it that you want? Number one. Number two, now that you know exactly what it is that you want, you have to start identifying what it is that you have to do to get there. If you want more money, you know that you're going to have to look at you need to buy more products. In order to buy more products, you need to look at more products. And in order for you to look at more products, you either need to get some virtual assistants, you need to get some lead lists, you need to get some software, you need to be manually sourcing, whatever it is, you need to do a few things. If it's freedom, you know that you're going to need to ultimately outsource almost every part of your business. You need to outsource the pricing, buying inventory, the shipping, prepping, all that sort of stuff. So you have to decide and reverse engineering. If it's time, same thing. You're going to have to get some virtual assistants, a prep center, some software. You're going to have to leverage all these things that they're going to work in the back end, so that you don't have to be working on the front end. So then number three, you got to have certainty, and you have to trust and have faith in yourself that this is going to work. You have to have certainty in a way that you know that this can work out for you. Maybe you're looking at me as an inspiration. Maybe you're on Facebook groups. Maybe you're looking at other coaches. Maybe maybe you have friends that do this already. You have to have that certainty that your goal can be achieved through whatever means you're trying to get. If it's for arbitrage, look at me. Look at some Facebook groups. Look at my Facebook group. Look at any other big YouTuber's Facebook group. You can see people there every day finding success. At least once a day, I'm hearing a success story about someone getting their first sale on Amazon. My goal is to hopefully help 50 people get their first sale on Amazon, and then scale that so they can have an income from Amazon. Have certainty that this is going to work. I know it's going to work. I know that for every dollar we put in, we're going to get a return. I just know it. You have to have that certainty. And so you have to fill your head up and know that it is possible. You have to get that validation. I'm telling you, it really helps the mind. Because when you're seeing that other people can do it, you're going to know that you can do it as well. And then number 4, my final thing is just focus. Focus. Everyone's seen, you guys seen that that cheesy, positive thing on focus. Follow one course until success. Seriously, do it. That just, it's gonna keep you so on track with what it is that you want. It's gonna actually bring you the results faster than you trying to skip around and do a few different things. Focus. You got this. Like, I believe in you 1,000,000,000%, and it's possible. It's 100% possible. You just have to focus. You have to know what it is that you want. You have to work on your strategy. You have to work on yourself. Entrepreneurship game is really like 80% personal development, and then through your personal development, that's how you'll freaking grow as an entrepreneur. Seriously, it's the tactile things, the learning how to use a software, the learning how to read a chart, the learning all the mechanics, that's like only 20% of it. 80% of it is right here. 80% of the battle is right here. When you have people telling you, oh, that's cute, that's what you do, get a job. When people are telling you that this isn't real, you just have a hobby, all that just, you gotta find a way to like take that noise and just remove it. That's the hard part. Self-motivating and self-doing it. But that's why I recommend just be on the Facebook groups. Look at me. Fill your life with people who have what it is that you want to have. And if someone doesn't have a life that you want to have, don't listen to their advice. Sorry. It's just you can't, man. You are on a mission. You're on a mission, and you have to work hard, and you can have love for everybody, even for the people who don't necessarily believe what it is that you want to do. You can love them, but just because you love them doesn't mean that their opinion is the most correct one. If you believe something, work at it, chip at it, and you got it. Fill your head with people who are actually doing it. Follow the advice of those who are actually doing it. And I'm telling you, you'll achieve success. Alright, sorry about my little rant there. Got a little emotional, a little touchy. But now I want to give you guys some actionable steps for how you can find some sort of success and get unstuck again. Number 1, I know I've mentioned this like 3 times already, but it's really about setting that goal. If you're working with no destination, you're just in limbo, you're not going to get anything that you want. So you have to maybe start small. Maybe you want to get your first sale on Amazon and focus on how you can get your first sale on Amazon. Maybe it is that you want to scale to $10,000 a month. Then you got to look at your numbers. How many products are you selling right now? What are your sales now? If it's 3,000 or 5,000, you know that you need to at least sell double the amount of inventory, right? So if you sold $2,000 worth of inventory and got $4,000 in sales, you're gonna have to sell $4,000 worth of inventory in order to get $8,000 worth of sales. You know what I mean? Just that you have to, whatever you're doing, you have to double, or maybe not double, but maybe do a little bit more. Whatever it is, I'm gonna create another video actually on how you can scale to 10,000 a month, or 20,000, or whatever. I'm gonna give you guys a formula. But it's really about working towards that goal, creating those little actionable steps to get you there. If you guys need more time, just know that you're going to need to invest in some software. Seriously, that's the move. You're going to need to invest in some virtual assistants. You're going to need to invest in some lead lists so you can buy more product and spend less time sourcing through lists, or through software, or just manually sourcing. Everything's about having a goal, a point, a destination that you want to reach to, then reverse engineering it. to get there. Here's another one that you might be stuck in. Maybe you don't have enough money. Yeah, that's a tough one right there. Some people really don't have enough money. But again, just because you don't have enough money doesn't mean you have to stop there. What's that Robert Kiyosaki book, Rich Dad Poor Dad? His dad would say, one dad would say, I can't afford it, but the other guy would say, how can I afford it? You have to ask yourself the same thing. How can you make this possible? How can you make that work? Maybe you wanna grow your business. So maybe you need an influx of cash. How can you get an influx of cash? Maybe you can get a small loan from the bank or from a family member. Maybe you can get a credit card. I've used credit cards and shit, they work. They work. Maybe you could partner up with someone who has more capital, but you have the know-how. Anything it takes, man, anything it takes to make it work. You have to go and just like be fidgety. Like if it doesn't fit here, fit there, and fit here and fit there. You can't just stand still if you want something to work out for you. You just can't. Anyway, guys, we talked about a few different things. I don't want to prolong this video. I know I talk a lot, but I hope you guys made it all the way to the end. I hope that you found these things useful. If you guys have any other pinpoints, pain points that you guys want to talk about and discover, and maybe and discuss them on how we can make them better, you can find me at my Facebook group at Online Arbitrage All Stars. I'll put a link in the description below. You guys can comment anywhere. I'm really reachable. You can literally DM me. I'm a normal guy, really. But anyway, if you like this video, be sure to like it, subscribe to the channel if you haven't subscribed already. I really appreciate you guys watching. I'm really on a mission to help a bunch of people. I don't know a number yet. Hopefully 50 to get started and get their first sale on Amazon. It'll really make me feel fantastic. So if you're really serious about this and committing, hit me up. Come to my Facebook group. I'm not just trying to give you all my advice. I'm going to tell you of people who know a lot more than me, or maybe someone who knows about a certain aspect more than me. Anyway, thanks for watching, guys. Have a good one.